Hi, in this video series, I'm going to talk about SolidCam Toolkit, a powerful tool management system inside SolidCam. And this first video will be introduction about it. So what is a toolkit, how to open it, and how it looks like, and the very first steps. Toolkit itself, that can be run through the cam tree while your project is active. You can double click in the toolkit over here. If you want to run settings or define a library on which we are going to talk in some of our next videos, you can also do it through the tools menu, SolidCam Toolkit, and you'll find these options over here. Another way that you can go and run it through the ribbon, which you have the SolidCam part, and you can also define it over here. And the last way is to define it through the tool library manager, and you'll find these options here. Toolkit is also an offline application, and if you go to your C drive, programs, files, SolidCam version, and then SolidCam folder, and of course, depending on if you install SolidCam in this location, you will find a Toolkit application that can be also run completely standalone. So let's pass through the main interface. So I'll just double click on the Toolkit. And I'll start from left to the right. So on the very far left, we can see cutter libraries that we can pick. That's the milling, we have the turning, drilling, and special tools. On bottom, we have defining a holder in our library structure. We can also define fixtures. We can also pull up and import some components from 3D model assemblies. And also as last, we have 3 different libraries from which we can also import our tools. So while my milling tools is selected, I can just jump to a turning one, drilling, and special tools. You can see how this page over here is changing depending on which filter you selected. Over here, we have available magazines on our machine, and at the bottom is for a selected assembly. You will see complete tree of components for this selected component. On the very top, there is a filter that can be applied along the magazines. And let's, for this example, just add a very simple tool. I will use here an end mill, and adding a tool can be done in 2 different ways. So just doing a drag and drop. So this is the first way. You can always undo it. And there's also a right click, and which gives you a more option, whether you want to send it to a magazine, directly mounted on machine station, or simply just put it on some of other rollers as we have it in this example. So just put it down into magazine, which will be listed over here. And the complete assembly of this cutter is displayed over here. On the right, we can see more details based on what is selected here on the right. So in this case, we have the quick access, we do have topology, we do have working conditions, we have connection, and also we have properties about selected component. On the very top, we can also see a machine name that is currently now being used. We also have our machine preview, which demonstrates and shows up the current machine with all tools mounted. As for now, we don't have any tools, but later we will add it. And we have also show high tool picture, which displays the selected component here. And we also have a show tool near mouse, which can be very nicely used in as a host CAD or 3D viewer in the CAD environment.